Hi guys, and welcome back. I have a RealCare2 baby in my playlist of the different types of baby think it over RealCares and neonates. And this is a RealCare2 baby. She is an African American dark baby. Once again, like all the other babies, anatomically correct. She would have come with. I'm just going to dive into it because she's going to be a little bit longer video. I'm hoping not too long. She would have came with 2 diapers. Where did I put the other one? Here it is. She would have one with a green patch, and she has the yellow patch diaper on currently. She would come with this outfit. It's a hooded outfit with little mitts, and then there are supposed to be footed pants that came with it, but they are missing. So she just has her shirt. She would come with her baby think it over bottle, and that's what would come with a basic baby. In order to make her work, also you would need her ID. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. And she would have come with 2 of these. They later changed it to 1, but there would have been 2, 1 parent, 1 student ID. So she would have came with that. There's also the teacher key that you need to use with these because they do take 4C batteries. And then you would need a control unit. There was the orange one. There's also a blue one that looks exactly like this. It's like a dark navy blue. Those are the ones to use these IDs. You have to use this type of controller to use this type of ID. You can use the original RealCare ID with them, or you can use the original RealCare control to program them, but you have to use the original RealCare ID with it to program it. So it's kind of like a 2 baby, I guess you could say, if you had an original RealCare. So I have a friend that I don't think she had this control. I think she just had the old control. And she said it worked. I don't know how it worked. I've never used it that way. When the RealCare2s came out, I sold my original RealCares to purchase them, and I always used these with it because I sold the other control with the RealCare, the original RealCare or G6. And then there, like I said, there's the key to open her back. I'm not going to need it right now because I already put the batteries in, because I always have issues with the stinking keys once the batteries are in. Put this stuff over here. And I'm just going to make sure, just run a few test demos on her. I'll flip her over first. One thing you'll notice, original RealCare will have the flip top head, as I call it, or the head support, like an electronic neonate. RealCare2s have this ball joint neck. RealCare2 Plus and RealCare3s have the same neck. So it has the head support, but it also has where baby can turn side to side its head. And it's a ball, so it's relatively easy to turn a baby's head. RealCare2s also encourage tummy time, while still promoting back to sleep. When baby is asleep, it'll make a breathing noise. When baby's awake, you can have it on its tummy like this to promote tummy time. Because while they want to promote the back to sleep program, they also want to promote tummy time for babies. To prevent, I can't remember the actual medical name for it. Basically, it's flathead syndrome. My son has flathead syndrome because of, he had so many stomach issues every time we'd put him on tummy time. It was like you were murdering the child. That was the only time he would cry. And he would scream. So tummy time for him was very limited. We try to hold him more often. Hold him upright. But he still has a flat head. It's not too severe. I've seen worse. Macro preemies are very prone to the flathead because they can't, like, they rotate them in the NICU, but they try to keep them on their backs at all times. Anyways, here is the yellow patch diaper. It's kind of, this one's kind of faded. They're usually very bright. The points for the ID are the shoulders, the front, and then kind of down in this area the buttocks area and like the lower stomach is where you want to touch the ID. Here is where you use the key. I just had it. You'd put it in here and twist. Here's the emergency start-stop button. That's the one you push. If you have a RealCare2 baby and the ID is programmed, and you know, you have to get a legitimate source that'll say the ID is programmed. There's a seller on eBay who is from the neonates group. She is actually selling them in the group as well, but she has a few of them on eBay. Hers are programmed to the babies she's selling because she knows about this trick. There are sellers on eBay that will throw in an ID, but they don't know if it's necessarily programmed to the baby, and they don't know if baby works or not. But we are going to just kind of run, let's run a few demonstrations on this girl. And as you can see, the back is kind of contoured where the electronic neonate and the original RealCare were just a flat kind of box. Same with the standard baby think-it-overs. Okay. Demonstration. What should we do? What should we do? Let's do a feeding. Okay. So, locating baby. And she's got new batteries in her. Okay. Let's see. Okay. You hear her cry. And she does work with her ID. And she is requesting her bottle. She will request a bottle, diaper change, burping, or rocking. And sometimes they will cry just to cry. And Crystal also noticed with her RealCare2 Plus, which I've noticed with Luna a few times, and I think it's when they're sleeping or when they're awake, if they're like kind of laying stationary, like if I would have Luna and the bouncer and I was just sitting there and I'd kind of bump the bouncer a little bit, or there'd be a little bit of movement that would move her, she would make the cooing sound like she was happy. So I think that's to tell you that she's awake and she's still on, since you kind of moved her. And I noticed the more, if I left her stationary for a while and then moved her, she would do it. And after this, I'll probably, okay. And we'll do a diaper change quick. I'm not going to go through all of them. I just honestly wanted to, we can do this one. Here's a happy. Here's a cough. I'll just let you do some of the sounds on her. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm coughing. But before I send it to Miss Kim, I'm going to do a quick run through just to make sure all of her stuff works. Here, I'll do a diaper change on her. Get her diaper ready. And they do have distinct cries for each care. This is what we call the poop cry. Kind of makes that grunt at the end of the cry. That's why we've nicknamed, at least in the neonate group, we nicknamed that the poop cry. And she is happy because her diaper is changed now. So, since her ID is for sure programmed, and like I said, can't remember the seller on eBay that is in the group's name on eBay. If you look down below and join the Facebook group, she does have a few of the babies for sale in there as well. I will warn you when you try to join the group, we do now have some questions that you need to be or that are asked before we will allow you in the group. Because I've been bringing back the neonates and baby think-it-overs because my love was rekindled after finding Cece's babies. And I know Crystal has talked about it more. We've seen more people wanting to join, which is fantastic. The problem is there's no way to screen them like we were able to on Yahoo. And we had one person, I'm not saying they came off of YouTube. I have no idea how they found us. The one person came in, they liked where we have the information on, of our rules. Like, they read the rules, and then instantly their first post is, something about how they don't have enough money and they want a baby. Okay, I'm fortunate to have what I have. There are some in the group that might only have one baby. There might be someone in the group like myself and Kim who have multiple babies. And you know, just like with YouTube and people asking for free stuff, basically I felt like they were begging, but since they didn't outright say it, I left it. Then I got a message from Kim a little bit later saying that she got a private message on Facebook, somebody demanding she send them one of her dolls because she had so many. And Kim was kind of upset about it, which rightfully so. And at first when I quickly looked in the group because I was on my phone, I did not see this person. Well, it turns out this person blocked me. I went into the settings on my computer and I was able to find the person and they were permanently banned. That's kind of what we're trying to keep out of the group, is people that are they're solely coming in to look for a baby for sale. Or they're solely coming to say a sob story about why somebody should give them one. Where some of the people in the group may only have one baby think-it-over or neonate. And we're not just saying you have to have a baby think-it-over or neonate to be in the group. I know there is another group out there that is one of the things is you have to have one. You have to prove you have one, and it can't be a picture. Basically, you have to post a picture of your baby with your Facebook name and the date and send it to one of the mods before they will let you in the group. And yeah, and they only allow people to talk about and post pictures about neonates. Or first it was just baby think-it-overs on RealCares. Now they've let neonate since it's the same face molds. But they don't allow reborns. Whereas if you have reborns but you enjoy these dolls, come on in. You know, if you want to enjoy other pictures, we do weekly challenges. We're gonna do weekly challenges and keep the weekly challenges, but I think we're also gonna go into monthly challenges that are harder than the weekly challenges. Weekly challenges are basically like Theme Thursday, except for you got a whole week to do it. And now we make an album. You take a picture, you post the picture. We've talked about doing longer ones that'll probably monthly challenges, and those would be something like take your baby for a 2-minute walk, or take your baby to Walmart and see if you can find a reaction, and like things like that is what we're thinking about adding in, like tougher ones, because we have some people that are struggling to keep up with like the Theme Thursday type ones, and then we've got other people who are like, okay, I'm over and done with just changing baby. Can we get something harder, please? So we're trying to find that happy medium, so we're going to do both. You don't have to do one, you don't have to do the other, and you don't have to do them with a neonate or baby think-it-over. If you have a reborn, do it with your reborn. That's all that we ask. So this is my video for my RealCare, or not mine, this is actually Miss Kim's, Shauna, RealCare2 baby, or that point it changed to reality work, so she is just a RealCare2. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you later. Bye!